How is it that an entire plane of people need to go from Charlotte to Reno on a random Tuesday? Like, seriously, what are the odds? 200 strangers all converging at the same gate at the same time, all with lives so complex they somehow ended up here, now. It's almost cosmic. Airports have always been fascinating to me. Every time I sit in an airport, I get this strange sense of wonder. Not about flying, we've long since normalized that magic, but more so about all of the people. People watching at airports, to me, is like therapy. It's a reminder that the world is bigger than whatever is happening in my head. When you really sit and take it all in, airports become these living museums of humanity. Every shape, language, fashion sense, emotional state, every possible reason to travel, from the joyful to the tragic. It's one of the few places where everyone's differences collide. In daily life, we all live in our bubbles. We have our social circles, our routines, our jobs, our hobbies. We mostly interact with people who are, in some way, like us. At an airport, though, those categories completely dissolve. You'll see a rancher from Wyoming next to a software engineer from Mumbai, and for some reason, they're both flying to Miami. A honeymoon couple waiting beside a soldier that's heading out to deployment, crying babies, nervous flyers drinking at bars, pilots, a group of students on spring break, and all of them, somehow, share this temporary ecosystem together. I don't think there's a single big social gathering that compares to airports in this way. At things like concerts or sports games, there's always a shared identity, some common thread. People are there for something, whether it be a band or a team. But airports have no unifying culture. Anything goes. And in that chaos, I always find a strange peace. It's a reminder of how many ways there are to live, which always feels humbling and freeing to me. Because when I see that many ways to exist in one place, I remember that my way, my beliefs, my preferences, my routines, are just one tiny flavor in the endless buffet of being human. It helps me loosen my grip a little. Like recently, for example, I've been obsessed with coffee. I've gone way too deep in the home barista rabbit hole, perfecting grind size, brewing ratios, pressure profiles on my espresso machine, water temperature, the whole nine. And don't get me wrong, it's been a lot of fun. I wake up every day excited about the opportunity to nail the perfect latte each morning. And when inevitably I mess something up, I'm off to a YouTube video or a Reddit thread to try and figure out why. But it's things like this that I realize are absolutely ridiculous and entirely self-imposed stresses when I'm people watching at an airport. I realize how arbitrary my important things are, how much meaning I pile onto things that don't actually matter to most people. It doesn't make my coffee hobby bad in any way, it just puts it in perspective. People watching is this gentle reminder that I'm not the center of the universe, and that's always comforting. People watching can also be a great exercise in empathy. When I watch people walk by, I love to imagine their stories, why they're traveling, what kind of day they're having. Maybe that guy just sprinted through security after realizing he left his phone in an Uber. Maybe that woman's flying to meet her newborn niece. Maybe those teenagers just finished their first trip without parents. Maybe that older man's flying to say goodbye to someone. You can feel so many invisible stories moving through one space. Some people are glowing with excitement, others are holding it together with caffeine and exhaustion. Some are anxious, some are grieving. Some are just killing time between flights, quietly scrolling. And it's really cool to just witness it all, without needing to judge it or even know it entirely. Just to see it. I can't explain it, but it's sort of healing in its own way. Just remembering how many people there are going through every possible emotional state at all times. I guess it reminds me that everyone is their own main character. Everyone has an inner world as vivid and complicated as mine. We often walk through public spaces as if everyone's watching, but the truth is, they're not. They're too busy worrying about their own story. Just like you're the main character in your life, so is everyone else in theirs. And when you really feel that, when it's not just a concept, but something that you see, it takes the weight off. You realize you're just a passing background extra in 99% of other people's stories. And that's completely okay. No one's keeping score or tracking every mistake that you make. As soon as you're out of their sight, you're already forgotten, just like you'll forget about them too. It's so freeing. Realizing that you might as well relax and live your life as authentically you as you can be. You might as well be weird, try new things, laugh out loud at a podcast you're listening to, wear what makes you feel like yourself, whatever. Because the audience to it all that you imagine doesn't really exist. Finally, despite how different we all are, I guess there might be something that unites everyone at airports. It can feel like airports have no shared culture, but that's not quite true. The thing that binds everyone together is that everyone's going somewhere. Everyone here is in between things, all sharing this temporary in-between place. Everyone's hoping for the same small mercies to be found in their personal airport experience. No delays, a comfortable seat, a smooth flight, someone kind in the seat next to them. Even if our destinations are different, we are all, in some way, searching for the same things: ease, safety, belonging, progress. That shared humanness is always just a nice reminder. Life is huge, it's endlessly complex, and you're just one small, miraculous part of it all. You don't have to be the most interesting story in every room. You just have to be awake enough to notice that you're here, alongside everyone else. All of us going somewhere. All of us just trying to make it through.